Oscar Wilde was born in Dublin in 1854. He became a disciple of Walter Pater, the theorist of aestheticism. He became a fashionable dandy. He was one of the most successful playwrights of late Victorian London, and one of the greatest celebrities of his days. He suffered a dramatic downfall, and was imprisoned, after being convicted of gross indecency for homosexual acts. He died in Paris in 1900. Wilde's aestheticism. Oscar Wilde adopted the aesthetical ideal. He affirmed my life is like a work of art. His aestheticism clashed with the didacticism of Victorian novels. The artist is the creator of beautiful things. Art is used only to celebrate beauty and the sensorial pleasures. Virtue and vice are employed by the artist as raw material in his art. No artist has ethical sympathies. An ethical sympathy in an artist is an unpardonable mannerism of style. His works. Poetry. Poems. The Ballad of Reading Gaol. Fairy tales. The Happy Prince and Other Tales. The House of Pomegranates. Novel. The Picture of Dorian Gray. Plays. Lady Windermere's Fan. A Woman of No Importance. The Importance of Being Earnest. Salome. The Picture of Dorian Gray. In 1890, it first appeared in a magazine. In 1891, it was revised and extended. It reflects Oscar Wilde's personality. It was considered immoral by the Victorian public. Dorian Gray. Plot. Set in London at the end of the 19th century. The painter Basil Hallward makes a portrait of a handsome young man, Dorian Gray. Dorian's desires of eternal youth are satisfied. Experience and vices appear on the portrait. Dorian lives only for pleasures. The painter discovers Dorian's secret and he is killed by the young man. Later Dorian wants to get free from the portrait. He stabs it, but in so doing he kills himself. At the very moment of death, the portrait returns to its original purity and Dorian turns into a withered, wrinkled, and loathsome man. Dorian Gray. The moral of the novel. A temptation is placed before Dorian, a potential ageless beauty. The picture stands for the dark side of Dorian's personality. Every excess must be punished and morality cannot be escaped. When Dorian destroys the picture he cannot avoid the punishment for all his sins, that is death. The horrible, corrupting picture could be seen as a symbol of the immorality and bad conscience of the Victorian middle class. The picture restored to its original beauty illustrates Wilde's theories of art. Art survives people, art is eternal. The Ballad of Reading Gaol. The author's name, C33, is Wilde's prison reference number. Plot. The dramatic story of an outcast. Poetic form. A ballad. Themes. The alienating life in prison and death penalty. Some famous quotations of Wilde's. I have nothing to declare except my genius. Experience is simply the name we give our mistakes. A man can be happy with any woman as long as he does not love her.